Greetings and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Justice for All. My name's SkiniMini.
And I'm Pharaoh.
Last episode,
I don't know.
I forgot what we did. It's been so long.
We are... Dang, I can't forget. All I know is this is the last save point, so
we're getting close.
Very close, so... Oh, yeah, Gumshoe got in an accident, because he thought they almost got Maya and, the killer, but they got away, but he found some good evidence. But then he got in an accident on the way to the courthouse, so it's like, oops!
So, we don't know what's happening. We don't know if we need to stall. So, right now, it's just pretty much a waiting game.
Yay!
Yay!
That's exactly what we should be doing right now.
Oh, God.
Uh...
Oh, my God.
Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth?
Yeah. It looks like something just unexpected just happened to him.
And now then, Miss Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we discovered that the suicide note is a forgery.
Oh!
What? What do you mean, Miss Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It's a fake. It's a forgery. How else do you want me to say it? Order! 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 Miss Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impact, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida.
What?
Mr. Corrida?
Well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about on guard. What?
However, that just seems weird.
Yeah.
Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Angard could not have known that, and so that facts remain... What? And so that fact... Is it facts or that fact remain unchanged?
To be that fact.
Remain unchanged. Whew.
Slow down!
I'm trying to, I got confused. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. His theory that Angard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Let's present some evidence.
The defense believes that the theory that prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Angard to not know that it was a fake.
Yeah, because... Where is it? The spy camera. He was spying on him for everything, so he could have seen something. You know, okay, just present.
Yeah. What is this little item called again?
A spy camera, and you...
A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right. A camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays.
Fancy toy? What?
Come on, is the judge that old? This game takes place...
Wait a minute. Can we even see... Hold on, profiles. Is the judge in here?
The judge doesn't have a profile.
Of course he doesn't.
But even that, let's assume he's 67 years old. That means he's probably born, like, what? 50s, 60s? Around that time?
Yeah.
You telling me he doesn't know what the hell a camera is? Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Angard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? Huh? If that were true, then this means that Mr. Angard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Yuck! So then, the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Yes!
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Angard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. Poof!
Poof!
But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Angard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote a note in a place Mr. Angard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why didn't you show us some proof that the victim made a forgery at an unknown place?
Oh,
Making my life like living hell right now. Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like at this time it is you who has dug his own grave.
Oh my, how the turntables have... Wait.
Wiki. Tables have turned.
Right.
That's the answer. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There we go. As I figured. Huh? Are you as you figured? As I figured. It came down... What?
Figured.
What did I say?
Figured.
Oops. Oh, never mind. It came down to this after all. Now I'm trying... Never mind. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen.
Of course you did.
The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Engarde's motive through this evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Like 90 degrees. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual.
Unusual?
Edgeworth's stuttering? This is not like him at all.
No.
Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is the one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelly de Killer to commit murder?
What?
That's impossible! No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? It's, yes, go on, who is it?
Don't keep us in suspense.
The man himself, Mr. Shelly de Killer.
What?
Excuse me? Oh, Mr. de Killer. Wait! Shelly de Killer?
What the?
Skinny.
I didn't say it.
You mean the killer? I mean the assassin. Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this all right with you? Do I have a choice here?
No!
I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is all right to do this.
You the judge! You're supposed to...
He's like, I don't know. I'm doing that. Very well, then. The prosecution calls our witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us?
Oh, God.
I mean, shouldn't they arrest him, like, right there and then? Whatever.
Well, no, because he's technically there as a witness.
Still, well, yeah, I guess so. Now that witness, your name and your, occupation, please.
Oh, gosh. What the...
Last time I checked, that's a radio.
Sure, no, it's fine. We can cross-examine a radio. I mean, we can cross-examine a dog for all we care. I mean, we did a parrot. I mean, what does it matter? I mean, sure, let's go ahead and cross-examine a walkie-talkie. I mean, that's no problem. It's fine, whatever. It's just whatever. We can do it. We can do it.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You can't raise your voice any higher than that? You want to make my ears bleed a little bit more?
No.
Okay, then. Very good, sir. My name is Shelly de Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say, what is going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. de Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is the real Mr. de Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelly de Killer. I understand. Please wait a second.
I'm so hungry.
Maya!
Maya!
A voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied this man is indeed Shelly de Killer. It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events.
Oh, gosh.
Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is that correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. And now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream.
Judge, no, that's what we're supposed to be saying.
Shelly de Killer. What's he gonna say? Well, we're gonna find out right now. About my client.
Oh gosh, no!
There's something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. de Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. de Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
I guess?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix.
They should change my name to Phoenix Cool.
No. God, no!
No?
No!
I'm sorry.
God, now I gotta name the episode that. Future Skinny, please put that as the name of the episode. Phoenix Cool. And everyone...
Well, you don't have to.
No, it's not. No, it's gotta be the freaking name of the
we're
video.
not gonna go through all this again. Okay, just continue on.
Okay, anyway. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. I want to press on that. Why is that so important to you?
The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. That is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, and if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long.
Oh.
It was certainly... That's enough, please, no more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay, in this one. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. Oh, really?
That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of the prescribed role.
Oh.
Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You? Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? And to the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. I mean, he just threatened the judge.
Yeah, that you can go to jail for that.
The judge had better watch himself.
Obviously, he does not care.
Obviously.
Jeez. Okay, let's see. Oh.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I don't really care about all that extra fluff. Just tell us the name already.
Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're gonna have to work to get him to talk.
I'm not his therapist, you know.
Okay.
Maybe it should be Dr. Phoenix Cool.
Okay, you know what? I'm done. Bye.
Skinny.
Bye. No.
Skinny.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm sorry. Hey. Could you calm down? I can't make a freaking joke here and there?
No!
Why not?
I don't know. I'm trying to be funny. It's not working.
Well, you know, I could have told you that a long time ago. You didn't have to. Oh.
So
I'm
anyway,
sorry.
you want to go back to the second statement for some reason. Now, because what he just said in that last statement we just pressed, it's like he couldn't forgive a client who broke the rules. Now, he said he broke the rules already, so it's like, wait, hold up. Didn't that already break your trust? So you're gonna press on that again. It's gonna seem weird, I know.
So, can I skip all it? No, I don't think we can. The trust between you and your client? That seems kind of the same thing.
Sorta.
Well, I'll just read it again. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. These are the rules and duties an assassin and his clients are to carry out. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. Are you good?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were, like, laughing at me or something.
No,
Like-
I was coughing.
Ah, okay. You said your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Did I say that wrong again?
I think you said it right.
Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic?
No.
This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose information you seek. You've made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready.
Oh gosh.
Excellent.
Oh no. That is
So, now what?
okay. It's weird how this case is. How you gotta. Anyway, he says, and that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. Okay, now reveal your name. So you have to press on it.
Okay. So you can skip.
Oh
You
wait,
can keep.
what?
Wait. Well, I'm skipping all this right now.
Me too. Oh, okay, wait. Here
Skinny,
it
you
is.
hit it wrong.
Sorry.
Uh.
Okay, this one. Now
Now
then, I do believe it's about time I reveal the name of my client. Yes!
I agree.
Oh, the music faded. Serious time.
What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask him, Mr. Wright, then I will.
Stop reading our mind!
Witness, what is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carita? That person's name is...
Oh.
Adrian Andrews.
What?
What? Sorry, that kind of caught me off guard. Like, all three of them said it.
Oh, God.
Now, see, if I could change my octave, like, if I kept doing that for all three of them, that'd be great, but I can't. So, witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier!
What?
Great. What are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What?!
What the fart is going on?
This can't be! On the phone earlier. What's going on here?
My guess is that Mr. de Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back.
Stabbed Edgeworth in the back?
I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. de Killer told him a different name. Mad on guard, perhaps?
I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you are the one who summoned a witness. You, Shelly de Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is mad on guard, and am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal.
Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah.
What?
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided a suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definite of all, we have heard from the assassin himself. The name of his client. Mr. de Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me this means that Mr. Young Man on Guard is innocent.
What? Yay?
No, that's not a yay to me. I'm not happy about that. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue the discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately!
What now? With the way this is going, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer's lying. And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelly de Killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Wait, it wasn't me. That's you.
It wasn't me! Listen, everyone, please! That testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Miss Andrews.
The suicide note may have been fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. de Killer himself has testified he has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and the button, donning the Nickel Samurai's costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impex was a large part of your life. You want to follow her, and you want a revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
No! Mr. Wright! You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them! Please, help me.
Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words and opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? What am I gonna do?
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We'll find out in the next episode, you guys! It's too much!
Okay.
I'm probably peeking. I'm so sorry, guys.
My ears!
Sorry. Alright, guys, in the next episode, we'll find out what we're gonna do. Are we gonna take the not guilty verdict and save Maya, or are we gonna convict a innocent person to death?
Ooh, choices!
Find out in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and if no one's told you that they love you today, I do.
Yeah.
Bye.
What?
Bye.
Bye, I guess.
You got anything to say?
No.
All right, bye.
Bye.